Alright, we have November 9th, back testing because I did not trade today, didn't wake up on time, haven't been disciplined in a lot of areas, and that directly affects trading. And that's something that I'm going to have to journal on this weekend and start fresh on Monday. Long story short, I haven't been reading, haven't been consistently live trading. I have been doing a lot of back testing. Just haven't been consistent with a lot of important things. Hydration, diet, working out, prayer, Bible, reading other books, going to bed on time, waking up at least an hour before market. That isn't happening. Cold plunge. These things aren't happening, and that directly affects trading because trading is at its core a psychological game. So you got to keep your brain right. Anyways, here's November 9th. We have been in an uptrend for 7 or 8 days straight since CPI, I believe it was. Markets are responding extremely well. The last few days have been upward biased ranges, not necessarily ranges, just upward biased semi-chop. No big, nice, juicy trends. And today is interesting. Basically, came up, popped out, dropped down yesterday. At 9, we started an uptrend all the way to 10, and we had some overshoot and a break up to a new high. Nice shot up. And then basically we ranged and ended up in a pretty tight consolidation range. Let's bring this up a little bit. Looks great on my huge monitor, but every time I look at my journaling, I can't see anything, so save as default. Bringing everything up a little bit. Anyways, big range overnight. I didn't care to chart too much of it. Basically, it's just to break out of the range, to drop back into the tight range. Two-legged pullback. This is your first leg. This is your second, all the way down. And basically, second entry long. Nice jump up, which started a spike and a channel out. Looks like we're coming back into the range as we speak. However, this uptrend is choppy as all get. That's because pretty sure the Fed Barton, something like that, some kind, was speaking right here. And today the only scheduled news was at 2 Eastern time. So let's start recording. Basically, I'm looking for longs. We're just so bullish. The overall everything is bullish. So this is a pretty stark jump down back into this range. If we bounce this, which we kind of have already, this could even go up a little bit, I think. Doesn't matter. We need to see a break, new low, and then find some bullish momentum. I'm not interested in any shorting unless in the next half hour, we create some steam to the downside. So I'd like to see us break, new low, get above EMA, and ultimately get above VWAP and start pushing higher. This is a lot of news, a lot of overreaction. Doesn't surprise me that we came down so harsh because this was a overreaction, as news always is. But we'll see. Got a field second entry short just played out right here on one leg down, break, new high, uptrend. If we get a higher high or a higher low on this second leg down, I am definitely interested in starting looking at some long opportunities. I'd like to see good bounce down and test EMA again. A lot of times when we are EMA and VWAP are close together, we'll bounce between them. Looks like we are jumping off of VWAP. A big spike. Looks like our second leg down, pretty strong. Still need a new high off of this. I'm still interested in a second entry long, I think, or a failed second entry short. Missed that right here. Failed second entries are hard to get into. This is another bounce off of the top of the range here. Might be interested in a very sketchy long. Probably not though, because this downtrend is still playing out. This looks like the low off of this impulse down. Oh my gosh, what is this? Disgusting price action. So this here was a second entry short. Looks like we might be in a larger scale range that I'm not seeing. Maybe something like this is starting to play out. Because it's just fake out after fake out. And usually when you see fake out after fake out, you are seeing a range start. Looks like these two-legged pullback was wrong. So real two-legged pullback was one two-leg to a dump. So we're actually starting to see a little more bearish activity. Yeah, that's bursting through the low, which is interesting. See if this range plays out. I might even, I don't know. Just gonna sit on my hands until something presents itself. Sometimes this price action is hard to read. You gotta break too high, so I suppose I could get rid of these. And that makes a little more sense. So now we're actually working on this and break. Huge new low. Huge impulse up. See a failed second entry short here, or a decent higher low. Second entry long, reversal pattern. Might be interested in a long here. If we see a breakup, rejection, higher low, second entry short failure right here, my guess is we will burst through, test the other side of the range. If this is in fact the range. I don't know yet. Here it looks like could be higher low, and we could work off first entry long, could even work off this impulse. Let's see. Bounce off low of day. Doesn't make me feel good about longs. Could act as a reversal pattern. Nice big green candle. That's if we're in a range though. Test an EMA, the first time in a long time. If we see, like I said, it's happening a little later than I thought. It was going to happen on this leg, but you see the rejection in and around here. Come down here and higher low. I'm interested in a long off of that. So this could be viewed as one big leg down, two big legs down, one big leg up. It's possible. Big picture, we are just consolidating in ranges, big ranges from about here to here. So I'm still looking long, honestly. Here's a second entry shorts in play. If we fail it, we'll see. Everything honestly looks bearish. However, we just came off of a huge rally to the upside and we're consolidating in a big range with micro ranges within it. I'm just not that interested in shorts right now. Maybe that's me being dumb because this second entry short is playing out. Let's see, we got a break, new high, break, new low. Might as well write those again. Break, new high, break, new low for these micro trends. So this is a new low off this break. Bounce off of, alright, this is a second entry long. I'm very tempted to do a very sketchy second entry long, failed second entry short play. In my opinion, it's already failing. Yeah, it's failing bad. We're just bouncing off of this low day. You have to hold EMA for this upside move though. It's like a double failure. This is a failing second entry short, failing second entry long. Lots of indecision here. I feel like most people are like shorting the crap out of it in this, which I feel like is a wrong move. And I'm wanting to go long here. I just can't think of an entry. Smart stop here. Maybe it's too early to tell. We need to keep sitting on our hands. Alright, breaking below, making new lows. Looks like a failed second entry long here. But look at this bounce. it's just, it's not winning either way. First entry long, second entry long, failed off of EMA. Everything is pointing down now, I would say, from here. Maybe I should start thinking short. Well below, VWAP, failing EMA. It's just the range idea. If we have a bigger picture range from here, maybe from here to here, and we're bound to rebound back up. I think so far, lesson of the day is if you can't figure out what the price action is doing, sit on your hands. Because I could have got chopped up all in here. I could have got chopped up when my thesis was up over here. So this could be a second entry long, minimal risk. But I mean, man, we would have got tagged out right there. Maybe a break new low. Maybe now we can start looking for longs. Alright, now we're back into this little micro consolidation range. Off of first entry, second entry long, first entry long, second entry long, failure. Interesting. I need to see a break, higher low, hopefully failed second entry short to new high, and I would assume it would take us up to this area. Here's the break. We get a higher low reversal pattern. Higher low, trying to hold the EMA and trying to bounce range support. Now if we turn the support into a resistance and we S it back down, then I'll start thinking really bearish. The S curve. Wow. Glad I didn't live trade today. And the only good trade I've seen potential wise, if you're on the right side of the market, would be this second entry short. First entry short, second entry short, but you're still in this micro uptrend, I don't know. First entry long, I'd like to see a S up here to bounce up. Maybe on my bias, maybe I'm letting a bias take over my eyes right now, which is never smart to be biased. But I just feel like we're on a range. You know, big range starts here, ends here. So we're just in the bottom of a range, which tells me we're going to come back over here. Can't trust this downtrend personally. Here is the S come to the downside, so we might dump off of this. If this comes down and hammers, a bullish hammer, I would take a long. Even though it's an inside bar, second entry, well. Now if we're looking at a two-legged pullback bounce, which, goodness, okay, hopefully we get this S, retest, bounce. ATR is 2.06, so I should be looking for 11 to 12 ticks. Volume wise, spike on a green hammer, spike on a reversal attempt, spike on a green hammer. There's more buyers involved, it looks to me like. At least there's more volume on buys than there are sells. That's a pretty low volume buy bar. But for me, that tells me that there's whales thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Right, here comes our second leg down. Could be wrong. Okay, we're bouncing support and EMA. Failing. Terrible entry bar. Terrible signal bar if this does turn into a second entry long, which it looks like it might.
Order filled.
11 tick take profit. See if we're about to get stopped out or not. Working on a second entry long. Two-legged pullback, higher low. First leg, second leg, higher low. The only thing we're missing is a good signal bar. We bounced EMA and support of this range, and we're still working on needing a newer high for this. My guess is we're going to test top of the range. Go short quite yet, right here. There's the newer high. Could have got ticked out at 8. Moved it up to 12 ticks. At this point, we're either going to test. Yep.
Order filled.
Alright, 12 tick W. Thought process on this trade, just to reestablish it. Big picture, even though we have all of this bearish movement, leg down, huge leg down, the low of day was right around here. Bounce, 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 break, bounce, bounce, retest, bounce. It tells me there's a pretty big supply right here. Looking at pretty decent supply in my opinion. And I could be wrong and this could just start dumping again and I could have just got lucky. We'll see. But anyways, zooming out, I see support starting over here, coming all the way through. And then up here, I see resistance, 1, 2, 3. And I see a larger scale range. Among a micro range, this probably isn't the range that I thought it was. Maybe the support was correct, but the resistance just didn't make sense to put there. I was just grasping at straws. But we're looking at something like this, right? We'll make this gray. So what I see is this, and for me, I'm hesitant to go short because we've had 7 or 8 days of bullish momentum. This just seems like a bunch of consolidation on heavy bullish movement. So it is what it is. I had to be patient. That took me an hour and a half to find a good trade. So anyways, we see all the bounces on this resist or the support here and break out of this micro range. Tells me we're going to come up somewhere around here. I see bounce up. Like I said, I was looking for the S curve to find support here and bounce up, which we did. And two-legged pullback, high low. Only thing we were missing here, and this was off of EMA and support. Only thing we were missing here was a good signal bar. So I took it a little later, which was smart. Yeah, and it resulted in a $150 win. We'll take it. On to the next. Sorry, this is a demand. I don't know what. Said supply. Support. Whatever. Support. Resistance. Which the larger range is completely in play right now, which is this gray line to this gray line. Alright, second entry long, bounce off of VWAP, high or low, possibly a new high. Not sure if we're going to call it break, new low. The way we had my trade, two-legged pullback, S-curve retest, new high, bounce up, back into the range, which created, higher low, bounce back up into the range, which created a new high off of this pop-up. So off of this new high, we had another uptrend, break, new high. Now we're on a downtrend, correction, which could be a two-legged pullback, bounce up off of VWAP. I personally don't like it because we are making lower highs currently. As 1.47, pretty low. If I do get in a trade, I'll just be looking for 8 ticks, assuming the risk is worth it. Alright, looks like we got a new low. Bouncing between VWAP and EMA. Need to see us bounce and hold above EMA. Start thinking long again. This is a technical second entry long playing out. I was thinking about getting in, but the response off of EMA isn't making me feel good. We are bouncing VWAP off of a new low, so it's not terrible, it's just a high risk trade. I'd like to see a higher low as well. If this one would have worked out, that's fine. I'm not upset about not taking that. Alright, retest of the top of the range. It's like we had a little overshoot here. Wouldn't be surprised if we broke somewhere around here. Here's a break to get into much here, because to go short, I'd rather see us fail up here, possibly above this swing high. And to go long, could hit second entry, higher low, break to get a new high on this. But it just seems pushed. I just don't like playing range plays inside of the range. Here's a second entry short, first entry short off of a nice second entry short. Here comes a second entry long. Got 1.6 still, 1.68. Could put in an argument for a resistance here through this. Could make an argument for a S-test back down somewhere around here and create another micro range. Second entry long off the EMA. Nah, I don't think I like it. 275 or 75. We'd be looking at top. Yeah, it's a pretty good response. I might be interested in a long actually.
Stop field.
Let's hope we don't brutally reject here. 2,475 would be my exit. A strong rejection here. But I just like this hammer off of this EMA second entry. And we're still looking for a new high out of this. I gotta break out of this downtrend though. I might have been a little premature. Coming up on what looks like a second entry short. Could have been wrong, and I could be seeing a one leg up, two leg up, bounce down. We just need to push up though. We have been a little early to the party. If this fails to push higher on this candle, I may get out. I don't know, we are holding EMA pretty strong. We're just not making any headway. There we go. What time is it? It is 9:08, so 12. It's lunchtime. Coming up on lunchtime in New York. Yeah, don't like to be in trades for more than 12 minutes, which we got in this at 9:37. Or sorry, excuse me, 9:04. It has been 5 minutes. Just hate slow trades like this. Makes me almost want to just take it off and the day profitable. Little jump. TR is 1.6. This candle closes below EMA. I don't know, maybe I just need to be patient here. We're gonna go ahead and, well, here comes a second entry short. Damn it. Jeez, and a huge move down.
Stop field.
Alright, we got a 9-tick loss. Let's see what we were missing. I mean, geez, look at all these candles. Nothing going up. Right idea. I think it was just too early. We got a little bit of a reversal pattern right here for a beautiful second entry short. So that was just a 6-minute trade, but it felt like ages because there was just little to no movement. So like that hammer to create the second entry long, may have overlooked something like that. Break new low or even break new low. So I think maybe where I went wrong is the fact that we already tested the top of the range, and so maybe I should have been sitting on my hands to see what happens after the test of the high. I still think that we will come up and create a new high here, but it looks like we may be creating a little micro range up to it. But on the day, we're still up $26. Realistically, though, we are up $31.50. We'll roll with this, break new low, and see if we could get a second entry long here. We could be coming down to visit the bottom of the range again. So, be patient and wait for a good entry. We are definitely, seems like creating a micro range here and barcoding out. Maybe look for a little jump down, another S test, higher low S test up. First entry long off of this, holding VWAP, first entry short, going deep, high low, not wanting anything to do with EMA though. Low, coming back into the range, micro range. So it's sort of a hidden second entry, but off of a failed second entry because we had first entry long, second entry long, failure all the way down to new low. We could make the argument one leg, two leg down, pop up. I'm looking for higher low, reversal. So if we see a failed second entry short or a nice second entry long, be opposed to going long. R 1.67, probably get 9 ticks. Holding support, this could be the S. I'd like to see the S come down to here, give me a high low. Yeah, it's just holding EMA and V up pretty well. Second entry short, playing out. If we fail it, a risky one to chase as a failure though. If it fails, jeez. Alright, must be some new, and we're back out of the low side of the range. Now, had this been live trading, I would not have been looking at any of this up to news. Don't trade around news. So let's see if we're going to test this demand again. Move through the demand. This must be the Fed talking, which I thought he was talking at 2. It is 1 in New York. Let's draw down here. Break into our demand here. We're going to turn this demand into a supply. Good second entry short. Low, I would assume. Sketchy trade though. Sketchy second entry long. Second entry long, probably going to go to EMA. So sketchy though. First entry short. For this, off of this new low second entry long with this overshoot, I think I could have taken higher low reversal pattern. Maybe bought above this and threw my stop below it. Sketchy. This demand has almost turned into a little bit of a supply. Let's see if it plays out, because we dipped into it and rejected. We're looking at a 1-leg, 2-leg pullback continuation. Do I take it? 3, so up to 5 would be back into demand. I think I take it. Let's see if we get filled here. Come on. Missed it. Yep, that was a failed second entry short too. Damn it, that's exactly what I wanted to take. Saw it too late. Can't get them all. Alright, that's blatant overshoot. We're gonna see some rejection here. Honestly, I'd like to see a break down here. Come back up into this zone and S-test back up. Round 2. Here's the break. First entry long. First entry short. A decent second entry off this EMA. We don't dip lower, I might be interested. And we dipped lower. Oh, I figured we'd break down here anyways. So, we did reject bottom of the range. It's honestly kind of alarming. But if we hold this demand, I still see reason for long. We're holding EMA right now. It's sketchy long, but not necessarily opposed if we hold this EMA. How big is this? 46.25. 83. That's a lot of risk. Seeing what happened to me over here happen to the downside. Might be interested in a pop up. Maybe too soon. 550. 325. It's not terrible risk.
Stop filled.
ETR is 219. Looking at a 10 to take profit. 125.
Order filled.
That super easy. Should have maybe went for 12 ticker there. Obviously, I would have got filled out. Could have even went longer, maybe outside of demand. Either way, 10 tick W, $125. We're gonna call it there. That is 2 wins, 1 loss. Average winning trade 137.5, losing trade 112.5, and we are up on the day 156.50. We'll take it. Whole thought process here. This trade was we need a new high off of this break, and basically what happened to me on this failed second entry long was a lot of creeping towards the upside and then an absolute nuke to the downside off of EMA. Exact same thing happened here, reverse. Lots of slowed movement to the downside off of EMA, nuke to the upside. And it just so happened to be a second entry long. I liked it. We were creating a little bit of a support here. And I figured if it's going to break here, it's going to dump. But because we're not letting that happen and we're in this demand zone and EMA, we just need to jump above EMA to pop up. Figured it was worth it. sketchy thing in this trade is we were still in downtrend. So risky. This trade right here would have been the S curve. Oh, anyways, good day of trading. Up 156, and I'll take it. Let's go over the trades. All right, open, dump, break new low, consolidation, disgusting. My whole thought process is we're outside of this bigger range. I'm expecting a jump to the top side of the range, waiting for a higher low. And we got a two-legged pullback, higher low, S-curve retest on this demand. Jump back up into range, $150 W, 12 ticks. Obviously, I could have quadrupled it, but we're scalping. Second trade of the day was a loss. I was a little presumptuous. I presumed that we were creating a micro range from the top of the big range to here because we were creating a support. So I figured we were going to be bouncing in and out of all of this. Saw a break, was expecting a new high that we never got off of this new low as well. Second entry long off of a hammer off of EMA. I will say this is a lot like one of my losers. I believe it was live trading, where I got chopped up in a consolidation similar to this, except it was on the bottom of the range. Same exact thing except on the bottom. And I remember I did not have enough room for profit. I was buying into a resistance, which is I was looking for a established new high, and I did the same exact thing. Look at where I bought. Straight into resistance. So, gotta nail that one down. Last trade of the day was after news. 2-legged pullback up, and we broke out of this. Was looking for a new high. Saw the slowing of shorts. Saw support being built. Took the second entry out of the downtrend. Took that one for 10 ticks, and that is all.